From the Oklahoma Newsroom, this is a player-by-player season review for the Thunder. I'm Jenny Carlson here with Anthony Slater and Kevin Durant. Anthony, obviously the superstar of this team, but did not have the season that he or anybody else was hoping for. Just derailed by injury, unfortunately. He handled it about as well as you could expect, though.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't play this season. That was kind of the story of the season. The injury problems throughout the roster were really highlighted. What did he end up missing? 54-something games after only missing 16 his first 8 years. He handled it well, you know, from a personal standpoint. I mean, I know it frustrated him. There were times he popped off at the media, different things. But this is something he's never experienced. And from a Thunder perspective, you're hoping this is something that he won't experience going forward. And that's really the big story this offseason.
Well, and we can't know for sure. But this last surgery that he had is apparently the ultimate when it comes to fixing this fracture.
A longer, timetable to come back, but supposed to be a safer procedure. It has a, very good recovery rate.
Yeah. So what does his offseason look like? Do you expect to see or hear tale of him shooting, returning to basketball?
Hopefully none of those Rucker Park tales where he's in the park. Yeah. But he tweeted at a guy who asked, hey, when do they say you can be back on the court? He said August 1st. So August 1st, it sounds like he's maybe back to light jogging, dribbling, shooting. I know he's in the weight room working. He's been at the facility rehabbing, different stuff like that. If you put it on that timetable, August 1st, he can start getting back on the court. I know they'll be slow with him, but, training camp starts, late September. He would seem, timetable-wise, to be able to come back to training camp. Well, you got to remember, this is a vital training camp. New coaching staff, new system, new everything. Ton of new players from last year. I mean, Durant's never played a game with Enes Kanter or DJ Augustine. Yeah. Well, at Thunder with DJ Augustine.
Right.
But, so, I mean, it's pretty important he's back for training camp. And, I mean, without any setbacks, it looks like he should. But, I'm tired of saying without any setbacks because there's been so many.
Let's talk lastly. I don't want to talk silver lining, but he is at the facility because of the rehab. Billy Donovan obviously there. Is that at least maybe a little bit of a positive that they're going to be around each other quite a bit this summer? For
sure. I mean, he's exactly what you said. I mean, they need to develop this bond, this relationship, especially with Durant's free agency looming. Donovan, from everything we've heard, is very good at building relationships. So yeah, the fact that they'll be around each other, and it's kind of at a time of need for Durant too, where he'll maybe be a little bit vulnerable. Off his feet, probably most of the stuff he can do is just conversations with people. So, yeah, I think this is an important time for those two.
Should we even talk about next year being the end of the contract?
Well, it is. I mean, not breaking news. Yeah, I mean, everything for this franchise rides on really the next, 15 months or so.
Yeah, interesting times coming up. All right, thanks, Anthony. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.